Getting things started here for the Jags. We've got Max, Graham, Tommy out there on offense, and Connor and Henrik on the back end. Puck one over toward Max. He's battling with the player on the near boards. Puck back. Henrik steps up, gets that puck himself, takes it into the middle of the ice, gains the red line, tries getting it into the zone, but it is immediately pushed back out. Connor grabs it there, chips it once, comes back from Henrik to Connor. He gets it up to Max. Max chips it toward Graham, but it's intercepted initially. Now he gets it. He throws it in, and that's a goal right out of the gate. Good back and forth passing there, and a great finish by Graham. We got Landon, Grayson, and Ezra out here on the front end with Anthony and McKenna on the back end for this face-off drop. Puck pushed back, pressured there by Landon. He's able to pick it up. He gets into the zone, taken down with a trip. So the Jags are going on a power play. Power play unit out here. So we've got Lorch, Tommy, and Teague up on the front end, and Graham and Max on the back end here. Puck pushed forward, comes all the way around. Graham holds the line there, steps up. Kingston picks that puck up, now throws it in deep. Teague going after that. Arapahoe comes all the way around, held there by Max. He does a little board turn to avoid some pressure. Little give and go with Teague. Oh! Comes in, gets a shot off, but off the leg pad save. Graham pushed it up just past Kington's stick. Arapahoe's coming in. They go down. They lose an edge. Oh, from their knee, they shoot and score. Puck dropped here at center ice. Ezra pushes it over. Grayson grabs it there. He gains the zone. Oh, now it comes out of the zone. Cam there to help support. Comes back to Grayson. He passes across as they're regrouping to Kellen. Kellen comes over to Cam. Cam gets it up to Grayson. He's into the zone. He's pushed off the puck. Arapahoe reverses to the far boards. It comes out, skips past Kellen's stick. Arapahoe's first on puck there. They're waiting for some help. They pass it across. Backhander on, and Sawyer covers that up for the whistle. Tommy in here to take this face off deep in the Jag zone, and it is pushed up and out of the zone. Kingston here pressuring as they're regrouping. They throw it in, and that goes all the way down for an icing. Puck dropped here in the corner. There's a battle that ensues down there. Puck pushed around behind the net. Tommy goes down. Arapahoe gets it, can't get it out. Comes to the line. Kingston is hit hard there. Comes over. Graham gets a shot off. Into the corner. T gets to the Tommy on the backside. He passes up. There it is, another shot, and the goaltender grabs that for a whistle. Puck's going to be dropped deep in the Arapahoe zone to the left of their goaltender, Ezra, in here. He battles. That puck comes over to the boards. Arapahoe picks it up there. They throw it up to the near side here. They come into the zone, pushed wide by Anthony there. They come around the back of the net. Puck comes to the blue line, but not out of the zone. They come around up to the point here. Grayson pressures them. They get a shot. It's deflected, but Sawyer grabs that with his glove. Puck's going to be dropped deep in the drag zone to the left of Sawyer. And Ezra pushes that puck up. Grayson pressures them. Anthony comes up to puck comes around behind the net. McKenna pressures them there. They come back to the near boards, up to the half wall. They get a shot in off of some skates, but wide of the net there. McKenna pressures them as they're coming around. They do a little cycle. They push it into the middle. Good job by Grayson to grab that stick. Rabo couldn't hold it at the line. It's kicked back in. Good job by Landon there. Pressured them. They throw it up. Kellen grabs that before it could go for icing. He comes up, chips that up towards Ezra. It gets out of the zone. And Rabo throws it back in, and they are offsides. Teague taking this face off, pushes it back. Holden gets it there. Arapahoe throws it back in. Kellen up to Landon. Out of the zone. Arapahoe regrouping here. They push it back to their defense. Cam pressuring him there. He pushes it over to Kingston, but couldn't connect. Arapahoe picks it up, throws it in deep. Cam battling in the corner here. Arapahoe throws it around. They're looking for a pass up. Kingston gets it. Comes up to Kellen. Kellen up the boards. Oh! He is hit hard. Teague takes down one of the Arapahoe players, and they're going to go ahead and call that for a penalty. Kingston comes through, drops another kid, and now we get a whistle. It was nice. The ref actually talked to Teague a little bit about what happened and why he ended up getting a penalty. I think it was just he was too tall compared to the kid he was hitting. Puck being dropped deep in the jag zone to the left of Sawyer here. Max in here to take this face off. But Arapahoe just got tossed, so they're throwing another player into the middle. Puck comes up. Henrik's able to get that out of the zone. It comes all the way down, but it's on net, so no icing there. Arapahoe picks it up. They're coming up. Tommy pressures him over to the far boards. He comes in. They skate all the way around. They come to the half boards. Good stick by Max to disrupt that. They get a shot in. Puck comes up. Tommy is able to get it out of the zone to Max. Max coming in. It's a 2-on-2. Oh, Arapahoe gets a stick on it. They turn and they're coming the other way. They gain the red line and throw it in deep all the way around into the corner. They come up to their D. Tommy pressures them there. They push it back down low. Puck behind the net. Moving around here. Connor bodies them into the corner. Slow the play down. They pass it up. Their D can't get to it, so that's going to go all the way down, burn some time. They regroup behind the net. Max pressures them up those far boards. They come all the way up and in. Anthony pressures them. They come in. They flip it, but it's wide of the net. McKenna pressures them in the corner here. She's got them pinned in there tight. Next Arapahoe player comes in. Anthony pressures them off the puck. They're coming back around the back. McKenna in a battle here. They do a board turn to avoid that pressure and go to the other side of the net. They come up. Sawyer covers that up for a whistle. Puck dropped here. They win it cleanly back to their D. They get a shot off. I'm not sure if Sawyer got to that or if it was wide, but they're working on it in the corner. Holden pressures them there, gets a body on him. Now Arapahoe comes in. Holden's holding up two of them. They kick it loose around the net. They come back around. They try and stuff it in on the short side. Sawyer covers that up for the whistle. Puck's going to be dropped deep in the zone again here. Ezra in here to take this face off. Only a couple seconds left. They win it up. They shoot it in. Sawyer grabs that, but the penalty is over to the Jags. Back to some 5-on-5 hockey. Ezra pushes that puck over, but it goes back to Arapahoe. Puck around the back. Pushed forward there by Kellen. There's a battle on these near boards here. Ezra comes back, grabs that puck, comes around. Oh, he tried chipping it up. Couldn't. Does a board turn, comes around this near boards now. Grayson battling in here. Now the puck goes up along the glass. Kellen's able to get it. Gets it to Ezra. Ezra tried chipping it out but can't clear the zone. Oh, now Kellen can't clear the zone. Arapahoe comes in. They fire a puck loose in front. Sawyer gets the first shot and the rebound shot. Covered that up for a whistle. Tommy in here to take this face off deep in the Jag zone, just to the left of Sawyer. Puck pushed over there toward Henrik. He is battling in the corner. Now he gets a little support there from Tommy. Oh no, Arapahoe comes away with it. They throw it up to their D. Good pressure there by Max. They come in, they do a little toe drag, shoot it through Henrik's legs. It comes up. It's tipped. Max is coming in. He's got Tommy with him. He throws it in on net, still loose. Gets an extra whack at it, and then the whistle blows. Puck's going to be dropped deep in the Arapahoe zone to the left of their goaltender. Tommy in there ties them up momentarily, but they eventually get it back to their D. They take it behind the net. Max is there to pick it up. He throws it up to Connor on the point. He comes back to Max. Max, oh, he's got two players on him. They clear the zone. They throw it up. Henrik gets it there. He skates back down around the net here. He chips that up to Graham. Graham throws it into the middle, but it's picked off. Arapahoe throws it in deep. They cycle around the net. Good job by Henrik there. Max comes in to help out. Oh, they pick up the puck on the back end. They come up to their D. Their D comes back into the corner deep, and it goes all the way around to the far corner. They're working a cycle here. Henrik comes in to disrupt that. He pushes it around. Now Tommy's battling in that far corner. They come up to the point. and they're able to hold it in. Puck goes behind the net. Picked up there. They chip it up to the blue line. They're able to get it. Now Max is able to pick that clean, and we're coming in for a shootout drill. Oh! And the goaltender gets a stick on it there. Graham comes in to help pick that puck up. He's taken down by a couple of Arapahoe players. Teague pressures them. They come out. Max tried lining him up. Now Teague gets there with the back check. Puck comes up. Graham gets it. He flips it up in the air. It's bouncing around. Their D has it. Max kicks that with his foot across. But they pick up the loose puck. Good job by Anthony to pick that up, and the Arapahoe is offsides. Puck's going to be dropped just outside of the Jag zone. Teagan here to play that. He pushes it over. Arapahoe gets with their D. They try throwing it in. Anthony cuts that off. Now they get it back in. They throw it into this near corner. Teague comes across, lowers his shoulder into one. There's going to be a whistle now on the Jags. Good job by Kingston tying up the body. Cam comes in, touches that for the whistle. Cam coming in here to take this face off to the right of Sawyer. Jags are on the penalty kill. Arapahoe pushes it up to their D. They hold the line. They're coming across. Sawyer gets to that. It comes over. Kingston battling behind the net. He's still battling with it there. Anthony picks it up, tried to push it up. Now he's bodied off of it. McKenna comes behind the net, picks it up there, chips that up to Cam. Cam can't get it out. Arapahoe turns. They get a shot. Sawyer pushes that to the corner. Arapahoe comes up, but it can't hold it at the line. Good pressure there by Cam on the penalty kill. Arapahoe re-enters the zone. They push it across. They're in. Good stick by Anthony there to disrupt that shot. Puck comes over. Cam's got it. Couldn't break free, though. Arapahoe grabs it. They come back in. Kingston takes the body there. They come in. Good job by Kellen and get that over. Oh, Anthony without a stick trying to block that, but Sawyer stops the shot. Puck comes across. Point blank shot. Arapahoe shoots. Now they're coming in. We've got some addresses being exchanged for Christmas cards here. Looks like Sawyer's going to be okay. Puck's going to be dropped to the left of him, deep in the zone here. Arapahoe pushes it up to their D. Good pressure there by Ezra. They come across D to D. Good job by Landon to pressure him there. They pick up the puck behind the net. They come in. They're trying to get a short side goal. Good job by Sawyer to cover that up after the shot. Puck being dropped to Sawyer's left again. Ezra pushes that over the boards. Henrik has it. Now the Arapahoe players pick it up. They come up to the line. They get another shot. Loose. Sawyer covers that up with his glove. Puck drop there. Arapahoe push it in the middle. Now they come back to their D. They're just able to hold it. Ezra comes in. Now they come into the middle. They get a shot. It is wide of the net. They come up to the line. Good pressure there by Landon. Henrik comes over. Connor gets a body on him behind the net. They come up. Penalty is now over. They're cycling around. Henrik picks it up. He throws it up to these near boards. Gets it to Graham. Graham's in clean. Comes across. Yes, Ezra now. Woo! Great job. Ezra's shot rebounded right to Landon. Landon finished that off. Took a good body shot, but he got that goal in first. Tommy in here to take this face off. Pushes it over towards Max. Comes off of his stick. Back to Tommy. Tommy to Max. Max into the zone. Arapahoe picks that off of him. Comes all the way around. Graham couldn't quite hold it. Puck comes up. They get around the D. They come in and they pick the top corner. They went ahead and threw Connor down after the whistle, so we're going to the power play. They're calling him for a cross check. Tommy in here to take this with Kingston and Teague out there. Graham and Max on the back end for power play here. But we're waiting for the penalty to get put up on the clock. Puck dropped here, one over to Kingston. Kingston pushes it up into the zone. He's going in after it, but they chip it past him. Puck back to Graham. Graham to Max. He dekes around one, comes in, gets a shot, but it's wide of the net. Tommy in here first on it. He turns, gets it over to Teague. Teague behind the net. Oh, he loses the handle. Tries getting it back. Puck to the line. Max grabs it there, shoots it back in behind the net. Tommy forechecking hard back there. He's able to kick the puck up, comes back around, comes to Max up at the front end. Ooh, he blisters one in, but it's just wide. Graham picks it up there. He comes back up to Max on the line. Oh! Arapahoe's able to poke check that off, and they clear the zone. Max gets in after a regroup. They come across. Good job by Graham holding it. Now it's off of Teague's legs. Tommy gets it there, blisters one in, but it's just wide of the net again. Puck comes to Max at the line. He works around one, comes into the middle, gets it over to Graham. Graham fires one. Good leg pad save there by the goalie. Graham pushes it into the corner. Now he comes back around to Tommy. Tommy was hoping we had somebody on the blue line, but we don't. So puck all the way in deep. Arapahoe's able to change. He throws it up and in. It should be off. Nope, no offsides there. So now the puck comes up out of the zone. Kellen gets it there around to Graham. Graham throws it in. Grayson gets it. Dekes around a few, comes across to Graham. He comes back to Grayson. Grayson comes in, fires it, but it's into player. Now it comes into the middle. Kingston couldn't get his stick on it. Back to Kellen. Kellen rips one, deflected up over. Now Arapahoe is able to clear the zone. That's going to go all the way down for an icing, but the penalty's expired. We got a goalie change here. Looks like that second shot Sawyer took to the head has disrupted him a little bit here. So Christian comes in. He's warming himself up a little. Ezra takes his face-off drop to the right of the Arapahoe goaltender. They throw it all the way around. They chip it up to the line. Ezra was not able to hold it, so it's offsides. Puck dropped here, pushed back. Arapahoe pushes it up. They get into the zone deep now. Comes around. Puck comes up to the line. Ezra pressures them there. They dump it back in behind the net. Picked up there. Kellen pressures them. They come around. Kellen throws it up. The near boards here. Grayson battling in that corner. Ezra comes in to help. Puck comes back to Holden. Holden chips that around. Arapahoe throws it through the middle up to Grayson. Grayson gets that up to Ezra. Ezra gets out of the zone. Can't get it further, though. Now he's able to pick it up. Gets around one. Can't get around the second. They throw that back into the zone. Holden picks it up. Comes back up to Grayson. Grayson, tried coming across to Ezra, but it's picked off. Arapahoe goes D to D, and then they come back to this near board winger. He's coming in with a head of speed. He is taken off of the puck there by Henrik. Puck comes over. Now they push it up to the far boards to their D. They come in. They come down to the wing. Their wing's looking for something on the backside. Come all the way around to their D. Their D fires it. It's off of a couple of bodies and Christian's leg pad. Back into the corner. They come back up. And Cam is not able to clear the zone. Puck comes over. That is the end of the first. We got Teague out here to take this face-off to start the second with Cam and Kingston and Henrik and Connor on the back end here. Arapahoe gets it, gets into the zone. Henrik taking it, pushes it back behind the net. Connor lost it there, but we do get it up to Cam. He comes across to Teague, Teague to Lorch, back into the middle, but Teague couldn't get his stick on it. He's taken into the corner here. Cam comes over to help. Kingston comes in, is able to kick that through, comes up, but Arapahoe throws that the length of the ice, and that's going to be an icing. Puck's going to be dropped deep in the Arapahoe zone to the right of their goaltender. They win it back, but Max is able to get it behind the net. He's doing a few board turns to try and avoid some pressure. Protects the puck, throws it right through the seam. Tommy gets it there, pushes it to Graham. Graham comes back up to Henrik. Henrik pushes it back around to Max Graham working behind the net now. He comes up. Oh, he's bodied off the puck. Max comes in, tries to get it, but can't. Now Arapahoe comes up the near boards, and they chip that up. Connor got the initial push up ice. Now Henrik's able to get that up to Max. Max across to Teague. Teague chipped it, but could not get it over the goalie's blocker there. Max comes in. He's puck protected. Now he chips it around to Graham. Graham tried coming across to Tommy. Couldn't connect there. Comes up to Anthony. Goes past his stick. McKenna grabs it there. She's looking for a pass. She gets it up toward Max, but it's tipped, so no ice. Puck comes in. Tommy's battling into the corner. He goes down. Max comes in to help. Max is able to get that puck out. He comes around. Puck protects, turns, throws it into the middle, but Arapahoe grabs it. They come up. They throw it up. McKenna gets her stick on it. Chips that up to Landon. Now Arapahoe pushes it up. McKenna gets it there. She comes across ice, gets a pass over to Tommy. Tommy comes in, fires it. Leg pad save. Puck into the middle, but Arapahoe pushed it to the far boards. They throw it off the glass. McKenna grabs it there. She chips it past one. The other gets it. Now they're off sides. They got to wait. Now they throw it in when they're on sides. McKenna going behind the net. And the Arapahoe player who loses an edge goes down. Now McKenna goes down. Arapahoe player throws it up to their D. They turn into the middle. They fire it, but good stick by Grayson to deflect that high into the near corner. Puck comes around. Tommy has it there. He pushes it up. Grayson couldn't get it advanced out of the zone. Now it comes all the way around to Anthony. He gets hit. Arapahoe has the puck, loses the puck, comes up to their D, and Christian's able to grab that for a whistle. Puck's going to be dropped deep in the zone to the left of Christian, and Teague is able to win that back. Holden pushes that around to Kellen. Kellen battling gets it to Lorch. Lorch comes back to Kellen. He comes around, pushes that puck up. It's out of the zone. Arapahoe comes back up that far side. Holden gets it, advances it into the neutral zone. Now Arapahoe's going to try the near side with Kellen. He throws it around. Cam chips it out of the zone again. They pick it up there. They try coming up. Cam advances that over to Kingston. Now it comes to Kellen. He gets it into the zone. Teague's able to grab that. Chips it in, stick to side by the goalie. Now it's up to the near half wall. And Kingston in there battling, gets it back to Kellen. Kellen takes it up. Now Cam's able to get it. He fires a puck. Good save by the goaltender into the corner now. Cam comes through. Kellen holds the line, gets it backed up to Kingston, and Arapahoe grabs that and throws it the length of the ice to relieve the pressure. Puck being dropped to the Arapahoe goaltender's left. Tommy in here to take this face off. He's battling through. Alex. Oh, not Alex. Max. Sorry. Gets that back. Graham gets it up to Henrik. Henrik fires it. It's deflected up and into the netting. Puck one back. Graham got a shot off, blocker to side by the goaltender. Puck comes out. Connor gets that. He pushes it over to Henrik. Henrik gains the line and tries pushing it forward. Tommy gets it into the zone, but it's just off of Max's stick. He's able to grab it there. He loses it. Tommy's able to throw it in deep. Now everybody comes up. Graham picks off that pass on the near boards here. Max working hard behind the net. It comes up. Henrik holds the line. He throws it back in the corner to Max. Max battling back there. Tried backhanding it up, but Arapahoe throws it around into the near corner here. Now they throw it back behind their net. Graham coming in. This is a good sustained pressure here by this line. He gets it, throws it across, and we've got a penalty coming up here. Puck's going to be dropped here to the left of the Arapahoe goaltender. Ezra in here to take this face off. He pushes it right over. Grayson's got it there. He comes back to Kellen. Kellen throws it around and in. Puck comes back into the corner. Connor's battling for it. Picked up there by Landon. Landon, oh! He tried coming across to Ezra. Puck comes out of the zone. Kellen picks it up there. Passes it over to Cam. Oh, no, Arapahoe chipped that forward. They're coming in. They fire it. It goes through the crease. And now Ezra's able to clear that up to Grayson. And they wave that off. I guess they said it got tipped. Puck over to Ezra on the far boards. He pushes it around one. Comes in looking up. He's trying to come around. Now he comes back to the D. They get it across. Kellen fires it loose in front. Battled for, still loose. Now it's around the net. People are playing the body, not the puck here. Arapahoe gets it. They're coming across. Grayson pushes it back down low. Ezra pressuring him there. Cam tried stepping up. Now they come across. Kellen coming in. They get in. Christian makes the save, makes the rebound save, and now we've got a whistle for a high stick. Puck's going to be dropped deep in the Jag zone here to the left of Christian. Max wins that over. Anthony grabs it, pushes it around. Max trying to fight through a hold there. He gets it up to Graham. We get a little 2-on-3. He gets it over to Max. Max back to Graham. Graham Gets it up to the line. McKenna holds it there, chips it back around to Max. He is taken down. Arapahoe picks that puck up. Graham comes in. Max kicks it as he picks up his stick. Arapahoe comes around. We got 4-on-4 hockey here. And they're able to come in. Anthony pushes him wide into the corner. And they're coming around. McKenna gets a stick on it. Now Graham picks that up in the corner. He chips that up. He gets it to Max. Max touches it. Comes into the corner. He does a little stop, start, back around the net. Throws it up, but Arapahoe picked that off. Now they chip it up. McKenna grabs it there. She chips it back to Max. Max couldn't quite gain the zone. McKenna picks it up, gains the red line, throws it in deep. Puck comes into this near corner. Comes across. Now they throw it into the middle. Just off their stick. Kellen's able to get that. He goes into the corner. We got a penalty kill now for the Jags with the penalty to Arapahoe expiring. They're just kind of cycling around looking for a pass. Now they come across. They come up. They fire it off of Christian's glove into the far corner. They throw it deep in. Kellen pressures them there. They come into the middle. They get a shot. It's deflected off of a body and in on Christian. Covers that up. Teagan here to take this face-off drop to the right of Christian. Deep in the zone. Arapahoe, it comes back. They push it out, but Anthony is able to get it out of the zone, and they throw it right back in for an offsides. Taking this face-off just outside of the Jag zone. He ties up the centerman. They come across, then that is the end of the penalty. Kingston gets that up to Cam. Cam fires it, but it goes just over that top corner. Puck comes into the neutral zone. Kingston has it there. He comes across to Connor. Connor pushed it up, but it's picked off by Arapahoe. They come into the zone. They skate in the middle, tied up by Teague. Now Cam gets it. He's able to come up. He pushes it up, but it's picked off before he could get it to Kingston. And Arapahoe throws it in deep. Henrik coming around. Couldn't get to the puck, but got the body. Now Connor comes in. Teague comes back. He's bodied off the puck. And Arapahoe comes in, gets a shot off. Leg pad saved there by Christian. They're still battling in the corner here. Connor comes around with the puck. Gets it up. Kingston gets it over to Henrik. Henrik comes up. Tried getting it out. He gets it out of the zone but couldn't advance it. Now he gains the red line, tied up there, and throws it in deep. Arapahoe comes all the way around. They chip it up. McKenna's got to get on her horse. She ties up the man, gets to the player. Now second man comes in. She's battling with a couple of players here. Gets some help from Kingston now and Tommy. Puck comes around. McKenna held up the player, but she goes down now. They throw it up front, and it goes all the way across. Comes down to Anthony. Anthony picks it up there, and it comes back to Anthony in the corner. He throws it back up again. Cam's battling here. It comes down. Anthony has it. He's just going to deal, and he's going to throw it the length of the ice to relieve the pressure. And that's an icing and a whistle. Puck's going to be dropped to Christian's left, deep in the zone here. Tommy gets that, pushes it back. Holden battles for it. Oh, they fire a pass right into the middle. They're trying to get it up that near side. They get another pass into the middle. Christian stops both of those. Tommy gets it, throws it up to Max, who's off to the races. He gets it through, but couldn't get it all the way to Graham. Graham picks it up in the corner now. He's trying to come over to Tommy, but it's picked off. Now it comes up. Holden got it, but couldn't hold the zone. Now he chips it up and into the corner. Now Graham gets that to Tommy. It's picked off of his stick, and they fire that just high of the corner. And they're picking it up, coming around the net. Kellen tried playing the body. They cycle it back behind the net. Puck picked up there. They come up to their D. They get some pressure from Max. And he whacks at the puck but gets the player's skate. So we're going to go back to the penalty kill. Puck drops here. Ezra's able to cycle that around and get it out himself. He's taken down, and that's going to go all the way for an ice. Puck's going to be dropped to Christian's left again. Ezra is able to push that over to the boards, but Arapahoe's D picks it up. They come in. They fire it in. Christian grabs that for the whistle. Puck drops here. Ezra ties up the center. Puck comes back to him. Oh, he tries chipping it off the glass and almost got the Arapahoe coach. He had to have a good move to his left there to avoid that puck. They do it all over again here. Ezra pushes that up. Arapahoe gets that up to their D. They get a shot off. Oh, what a save by Christian off of the post and out. Arapahoe coming back in. They come back to their D. Their D's pushed off the puck by Ezra. Now Henrik comes over to help out. He gets that puck up. Ezra's able to stick it up. Landon comes up, chips it forward. He's coming in, pestering Arapahoe. They come up the near boards. They pass it into the middle. They come up and puck into the middle. They fire it, blocked up and over the goal. Ezra battling in the corner with a couple of players, gets some help from Connor. They're kicking that puck around. Now they're able to get it behind the net. Connor's still pressuring them. Both of them go down. Puck comes around. And Landon's able to get it and chip it out of the zone to relieve a little pressure. Rappo throws it back in deep. It comes around. They are picking it up on those boards. Ezra gets it there. Tried getting it out, but it's blocked by one of the players. Comes across. Now Ezra's able to get that and chip it off the wall. And that's enough time to get the Jags a little change. They come up. They throw it in. They're immediately pushed back at the blue line. So they got to get back on sides. Now they're regrouping to come in. And they end up off sides. Puck's going to be dropped just outside of the Jag zone. It is one over. Graham gets it there, chips it forward. and Arapahoe tried getting it up there, but Graham was able to get a skate on it. They're regrouping. That's the end of the penalty. They push it up. They are pressured as they come in. Puck comes up. Now it's chipped up. Max is broken loose. He's got another. And he picks the corner this time on that breakaway drill. Shootout drill for Max. I don't know what's going on here. I think the Arapahoe player tripped Max, or at least the ref thought they did. But Arapahoe pushes that puck back. They get it. They throw it in deep. McKenna doesn't go after it. Anthony does. They throw it in front. McKenna gets it there. She chips it up and out of the zone. Max couldn't quite get to that. Arapahoe throws that in offsides. They're calling this an intentional offside, so it comes out to center ice. Tommy in here to take this face off, and he wins it back to Holden. Holden gets it and now chips it out of the zone. Arapahoe comes back in. It goes around behind the net. Kellen picks it up there. He chips it up to Graham. Graham is able to get it out of the zone, chips it up to Max. Max coming across to Tommy. Tommy back to Max. Max fires it, but a great blocker saved by the goaltender there. Tommy gets it, fires it in towards the net. It's off of an Arapahoe player, and Max couldn't get to it. Now Arapahoe comes up. Good stick there by Tommy at the blue line. Good stick by Graham now at the blue line, and they are offsides. The ref is being really deliberate about making sure everybody's on their side, not pinching in too much. Puck one back there to Holden. Holden pushes it up to the line. And I don't know if that went into the bench or came out of the zone, but we're going to drop it all over again. Teagan here taking this face off. Arapahoe wins this back to their D. They pick it up. They go D to D. They're going to try this near side. They throw that in. Christian chips that with his stick, and it goes up into the netting. Puck's going to be dropped deep in the zone to Christian's right. Arapahoe wins that back to their D. They tried getting a stick on it. Kingston gets it out of the zone. They throw it right back into the zone. Comes behind the net. Kellen picks it up there. He throws it back up these near boards. It comes up. They're able to hold the line. They come around. They throw it wide of the net. I think they were looking for a pass there. Cam tries getting it up and out of the zone. He does now. Arapahoe is trying to get it back in. Comes in. Kellen got it back to the line but couldn't get it out. Now Arapahoe picks it up. They have numbers in here. They shoot it. Christian gets a leg pad on it. Puck comes over. Cam couldn't get it. They fire it, but they hit their own player, so it goes into the corner. Holden pressuring them there. It comes up. Cam can't get a stick on it. They go D to D. They fire it in, but it's deflected back up those far wall. Cam back in here, tying up the player. Now it comes further back, but not out. Now they come into the center. They walk in. They fire it. just wide of the goal. Back up into the D. They fire it in, back into the corner. They're cycling this play. And with 3 seconds left, that puck goes up into the netting. We got just enough time for a puck drop here with 0.2 of a second left. Ref drops the puck there just to burn that 0.2. So it is the second intermission here. Jags 3, Arapahoe 2 going into the third. Ezra in here with Graham and Landon to get things started here. Puck comes in, Graham's able to deal it in, and he comes into the corner battling for it, but second Arapahoe player is able to pick it up. Ezra gets there, can't maintain possession though, comes up to Henrik. Henrik throws it in, but we have a penalty coming up to the Jags. It's going to be dropped deep in the Jag zone here. Ezra in here to take it. It's to Christian's left. He ties up the center. They kind of get it up. Their D comes in and fires a shot, but it goes over the net. Landon pressures him over there. Puck comes around behind the net. Henrik battling with the player there, takes him off the puck. Second Arapahoe player comes in. They're coming in. They push it over to the near point here. Ezra pressuring him here. And now they throw it around and behind the net. Connor pressures him there. They come back up. They're picked off there by Henrik. Henrik throws it up and it goes right past their D, but it goes all the way down for an icing. Puck dropped in here. Max wins that over to the sideboards, but can't get it out of the zone. Anthony comes into battle. He pushes the puck. Arapahoe gets it down. McKenna comes in, gets a stick on it. Now it comes up. Max is off to the races again. He's coming in for another shootout drill. He comes in, fires it over the net. Oh! It came off the glass and landed behind the goalie, but in the crease. But Arapahoe came in and swept that out. Now they're regrouping in here. They pass it around a couple times. They get a head of steam coming up. Tommy pushes them to the near boards here. They come in, and they come across the ice. They fire a puck. It's into some bodies. Finally drops. They fire it into the near corner now. McKenna pushes them around behind the net. They come up to the point. They fire that in. Tommy's able to pick that up. Can't get it out. He was trying to get it to Max on the release. McKenna comes in to try and help. It was a half-hearted push there by her. Now she gets the puck up. She is able to chip it up. Now it comes over to Max. Max is coming up. He comes in, does a little stutter step, comes in. Oh! Almost got it to bounce off of the Arapahoe D's skate and come in. Max still battling in this corner with a few Arapahoe players. Now they push it all the way around, and that goes past Holden's stick and out. Kellen comes all the way down to pick that up. They wave off icing. Kellen has it now. We're back to full strength. Oh, he saw Cam coming out, but he could not connect with him. Puck pushed over to the sidewall there. Arapahoe picks it up as Holden lost an edge. They come across. Good job by Teague bodying him off of that. They come back over. Holden pressures him. It comes up. Kingston gets a stick on it. Still battling. Now he's able to get it clean. Gets it up to Cam. Cam gets it out of the zone but couldn't advance it. Now they come up the near boards here. They're coming in on Holden. And Kellen comes across to disrupt that play. They pick it back up. They circle in the corner here. And they're swarmed by Jags players. Teague gets it, throws it up the far side, but they're able to hold it in. They push it back into this near corner here. Cam comes in, gets it to Holden. Holden pushes it up, but their D pinches in and holds that. Holden gets it, tries again. Cam was not able to clear it. Holden tries getting it out from his knees, but can't. Now Teague coming into the middle. He gets it. Now he throws it up, and that's going to die before it gets to an icing. And Arapahoe regroups. Kingston pressuring him there. They come up this near side. They come around the D. They push it across. They could not connect on that cross-ice backdoor pass. Ezra chips that out of the zone. He comes in, gets that puck. Ezra comes in, fires it. Rebound right back out, but he couldn't get to it before the Arapahoe player. Grayson gets it in the corner, throws it up front to Landon. Oh, he couldn't get a good shot off. Arapahoe comes up out of the zone. They throw it in deep. And they're first on the scene. They get to that puck. They throw it around the other side. Now Ezra comes in, ties him up. Now they get some help from Henrik. Now it comes up to Landon. Landon's able to chip it up. Grayson's racing up to pressure him here. They have to throw it up. Oh, it is almost picked up by Ezra, but it is by Henrik. Now they're battling here on the near boards. And there's a lot of players picked up, but Ezra's able to throw that puck up in. And we've got an arm in the air, and it looks like the Jags are going back to the penalty kill. And they throw it up. Connor touches that up for the whistle. A live update on Sawyer. He seems to be doing okay, but not great. He is in street clothes now, so he will not be coming back to the game. Puck's going to be dropped to Christian's right, deep in the zone. Tommy's in here to take this face off. He's got Max, Anthony, and McKenna. Puck comes up. McKenna gets it. She throws it out, but it rolls on edge, so that's going to go for an icing. Super late whistle. They could have gone body on body, but they didn't. They are moving the puck to center ice here because they're going to pause this now. They throw Tommy out of the center ice dot because Max was coming in just a bit early. He wins it over to Tommy. Tommy chips it up. Couldn't get it all the way to Max. Arapahoe gains the zone. They're pressured in. Puck comes into the far corner. McKenna pressures them there. They come up. They lose it. Now it's chipped out of the zone. Max pressuring them here as they come in. They come up to the near boards. Anthony takes the body. Tommy comes back in. Is able to get that puck. Arapahoe's regrouping here. And they get it. They turn and fire it, but it's wide of the net. Puck comes up the far boards now. Comes around behind the net. Anthony gets it there. Tried coming back around. McKenna gets a stick on it. It's still in front. Christian grabs that and covers it up. Nope, they called that a goal. He did not get to it.
Teague taking the face off here. Center ice. He's got the puck tied up, trying to battle from his knees. Warriors throw it in. Kellen picks it off, chips it up the boards. Teague's pressure him along the boards. Cam, had it momentarily. Had to wait to regroup. Passes over to Kellen. He fires it in deep. Goalie tried to settle it behind the net, but it slips past his stick. Jags holding him up along the boards. Teague battling with Kingston. Puck comes in behind the net. Warriors try and come around the other side. Pops off a stick. Callan backhands it up to Cam. He was trying to send it to Teague in the middle. He's pressuring him behind the net. Kingston pressured him. Holden tried to hold it in. Nice stick by Kellen to swat it into the neutral zone. Kingston battling with Holden. He's got it. He tried to come across to Kellen. Warriors pick that off. They come in. Kingston pressure. They walk up and in. Jags pushing it forward. Shot goes to the side of the net there. They've got it behind the net. Kellen pressuring them there. Now it comes up. Kellen's got it, and he has some room to work with. He's coming up the far boards. Gets it across to Cam. He swats it in. Kingston's going to chase after it. Warriors come around, bounces off some skates. They push it up into the middle. Connor has it. He feeds it up to Kingston. Kingston holds up. Pushes it up into the zone. Past a couple of Warrior sticks, so Connor's going to come in, pressure him while the Jags finish a line change. Tommy holds it in, feeds it up the boards. Graham racing for it. Got a stick on it. Pushes it up. Got it to the middle. Yeah! Max knocks it in. Ref's keeping a close eye on everyone before he drops the puck. Tommy taking the face off. pressuring the Warriors. They throw it deep in the zone. It wraps all the way around. Henrik gets there, pushes it up. It comes out, pops past the Warriors. Max carries it in, feeds it across to Graham. Oh, bounces off his stick. He gets up front to Max. Oh, he's taken down on the side of the net. He pushes it over to Graham. Graham, tried to feed it back to Max. Comes back to Henrik. Oh, Max is back there. Feeds it back up to Henrik. He's got it in the corner. Oh, they try and come around. Tommy feeds it up front. Oh, Warriors had it momentarily, and we've got an arm in the air, broken stick. Warrior player into the box for a slashing penalty. Scorekeeper making sure we get the penalty on the right side of the board here. Jags on the power play. Ezra out to take the face off to the goalie's right. Grayson's tied up. Player kind of down on the ice. Ezra comes away with it, comes back to Cam. Cam comes across to Kellen. Kellen rips a shot in. Oh, just wide of the net. Connor battling behind the net. The Warrior player trying to play it from his side. Ezra sends it up the boards to Grayson. Grayson back to Cam. Cam across to Kellen. Kellen back to Cam. Cam one times it. Oh, goalie blocks it up into the netting behind the rink. We'll drop the puck to the goalies. Right again, Ezra battling on the face-off. Warriors trying to clear it out. They send it up. Comes all the way around and out. Kellen skates back for it. Picks it up. Sends it to Cam. Oh, Cam's pressured. Grayson comes in. He picks it up. He's got some time. Oh, he's pressured, though. Arapahoe stole it away. Cam's in there to help tie him up. They're battling in the corner. Puck comes up into the middle. Ooh! Kellen has it. He's making his way forward. Gets it up to Ezra. Ezra skates in with it. He's looking. Feeds it to Cam. Oh! Connor was there, crashing the goalie. Kellen battling along the boards. Puck comes up. Connor has it. Feeds it past one player up to Kellen. Kellen rips a shot in. Oh! Bounces off the goalie's pads. Comes over to the other corner. Kellen throws it up front. Oh, it bounces over to the other boards. Ezra has it. He's got some time. He throws it in. It's loose up front. Kellen steps up. He took a shot. Goalie just got his pads on it. Oh, Ezra rips a shot. It comes around. Kellen holds the line. Skates it up to Cam. Cam feeds it up to Ezra. Ezra walks in. Takes a shot right in on the goalie, and they hang on for the whistle. We'll drop the puck to the goalies left this time. Tommy taking the face off. Puck comes behind him. Max gets it, comes back to Anthony. Anthony pushes up to Graham. Oh, Graham tried to feed it up in the middle. Anthony got a stick on it, comes over to Max. Oh, can't hold it, so they got to hang on to it, regrouping. Graham trying to find his way forward. Passes up to Tommy right on the line. He pushes it back in the middle to Anthony. Anthony bats it forward. McKenna settles it at center ice. She's tied up along the boards. Anthony comes in to support. McKenna has it, pushes it back to the neutral zone. Anthony pops it forward to Max. Oh, he's trying to make his way forward. Apparently he came in before the puck popped in, and Jags are offsides. Drop the puck in front of the Warriors bench. Tommy taking the face off. Puck kind of hung up there. Jags able to push it forward. Max pressure on him, keeps it in the zone. He's going to pressure him as they travel behind their goalie. They push it up. Puck comes out. McKenna has it. Puts it past one. Next one carries it in, but they are offsides. We'll drop the puck in front of the Jags bench. This time Graham wins it forward. Max is going to race in and pressure him. They come around behind the net. Graham's there, pushes up to Max. He turns, trying to come in on the goalie. Pressure behind the net. Warriors hanging onto it in the corner. They get around one. Max steals it away, bats it up to Graham. Oh, Warriors got a stick on it to clear it out. Max throws it up front. Warriors get there. Tommy knocks him off momentarily. They come up. They send it in deep. Kellen gets back there, sends it around the boards to the open side of the ice. Graham's there. He's pressured, so he turns. Now he sweeps it up and out. Warriors lost the handle on it as they're pressured to regroup, but they are offsides. Ezra will take the face off in front of the Jags bench. Puck comes up to Connor. He skates it forward, tries to come up. Warriors got a stick on it. It's bounced around. They're able to enter in. Landy gets a stick on it up to Grayson. He pops it up into the neutral zone. Ezra's deep in, pressuring them as they come behind the net. Looking, they switch over to the other side of the ice. They're hanging onto it. Grayson pressures them. They throw it up into the middle. Ezra hangs onto it. He throws it in from just outside. Whew. No one was in there pressuring him, so the refs made the goalie play it. He drops it down. Ezra grabs that, sends it up. Ooh, nice job by Landon to hold the puck in. Bounces over to the boards. Grayson's pressuring him as the puck comes around into the other corner. Warriors come around the other side of the ice again. Ezra pressured them. They throw it up and across, miss the connection. Connor picks it up there, comes behind. Christian holds up. Oh, pushes it up. Warriors grab it. Ooh, they can pass across. Oh, Christian made that save. Henrik battling in the corner. Warriors send it behind the net. Connor racing for it. Sweeps it up forward. Warriors hold it, send it right back into the corner. Ezra's back there, picks it up, comes behind the net, pushes it up the boards. Grayson's there, battling him. Pops up to Ezra. He's trying to clear it out. Now the Jags get it up and out. Warriors are regrouping. They throw it in, but player was not quite onside, so we'll drop the puck in the neutral zone. Takes the face off. Puck comes into the zone. Anthony's pressuring him right away. Oh, almost came away with it. Anthony's still battling with them. They try and come up front. They come up to the side. Woo, nice block by Kingston. He pushes it up. Not quite out, though. Puck comes into the corner, back behind the net. Oh, they feed it up front. Missed the connection. Next one grabs it. Pressured by Kiam. They come forward. Teagues pressure him. Anthony, tried to send it up the boards. Warriors got him pressured. We've got a penalty coming to the Jags. Tough hit there in the corner. Player is up. They're going to make their way back to their bench, and the Jags are going to the penalty kill. So Warriors have pulled their goal. AA Jags are on the penalty kill. We get it up and down. Yeah! Got an empty netter. Goalie's back in now as we're taking the face off at center ice. He's doing a good job battling from his knees. Warriors pick it up. They send it into the corner. It comes around. They're racing hard for it. Holden's going to pressure them as they come up. They drop it to the D. They're forced to kind of feed it up the boards. Ezra gets it. Oh, tried to clear it out. Got a stick on that shot opportunity. Next one picks it up, tries to get a shot. Oh, lots of sticks on it up front. Holden pops it over into the other corner. Warriors have pulled their goalie again, so they've got the extra attacker. Kellen pressuring him in the corner. They try and feed it up front. They come up the other side. Oh, missed the connection. Warriors are going to come back, pick it up in their own zone, pass across. They enter in, pressured by Holden. They drop it back. Nice stick by Ezra. Ezra hanging on to it, sends it around the boards, comes up and out, past everyone. Graham's skating for it, but it just gets over that line for an icing. Warriors goalie's still out, so they've got the extra attacker. We'll drop the puck to Christian's right. Tommy taking the face off here. Puck comes up. Warriors backhand it towards the net. Henrik gets there, tries to clear it up. It's deflected back behind the net. Warriors try to come up front. Max gets a stick on it. Warriors tried to dive and hold it in. It pops off a stick, so they're forced to regroup in the neutral zone. They're looking. They make the pass up. Tommy pressuring him as they enter in. Connor comes over. He's pressuring him as they try to drive the net. They come around. They've got a Warrior player wrestling Henrik to the ice. They come up the middle. Christian got his pads on it, and then we get a whistle. I'm not sure what the whistle is for. If they weren't going to call the penalty, because the puck's sitting in the corner. I guess maybe they were fixing the net because they did adjust it slightly. We'll drop the puck to Christian's left. Puck tied up. Warriors throw a shot, but it's wide of the net. Comes over to the boards. Landon's pressure on them. They try and throw it up front, but that's the end of the game. Great game by the Jags. Warriors unnecessarily talking to a Jag that was down along the boards. Now the rest of the Jags come out to celebrate their win.